it's a bit disappointing to tell you this, but there will be a couple of these that I will be actually deleting. So this is actual part 3 of this whole shenanigans. I actually deleted a couple of the unnecessary files to get that going, because there will be, of course, annoying notification that I do have or am running out of short space. But anyway, we're going to be continuing on where we left off. We left off at our tour around my childhood part where I used to grow up. So, as I was been telling you this is where I went to school. Went to be teaching, went to be told, and having my kindergarten. There were of course some couple of smaller videos uploaded into this. I want to get this whole thing documented in one video, but it felt like it was impossible to do. I've got over like 6 gigabytes of storage left, so I'm short of running out of space. So I want to get this uploaded as quickly as I could, and quickly as I can make it. But unfortunately, it took me almost about an hour of footage, or hour of me staying outside. But anyway, let's continue on with officially the part 3. Now, those 2 other videos, the part 2 is actually short, but the part 3, which I thought it will be part 3, is unfortunately not officially been part 3. There's actually part 2. There's actually part 3, 2.5, 2.1, and 2.2. Okay, so enough about that then. We're going to be continuing on where we left off. So anyway, enough about that. I hope that this will be the longest, and this will be gonna spend the longest time. I'll be, of course, buying a camera in order to upload these videos and make as much of a footage, and to get the. So I'll be actually getting a GoPro camera for this. I really want to get a GoPro camera for this, where I'll be actually filling this up with a bunch of different videos like these, and I'll be actually giving a footage of those videos like these, and I will be getting them to upload them to you, and officially showing you those types of videos, or those kinds of videos. So anyway, I'm actually walking towards a little bit of an interesting part, and that is actually the end of what I wanted to call just this one huge section, and basically call this one huge section. And basically, I want to get this as much as a footage to be recorded, because I really have decided to delete a specific couple of videos from this, or either do a re-uploads of these videos on my second channel. I'm not going to delete those, but some of the videos won't be, or they will no longer be in this channel, possibly. But here we are. This is, of course, a couple of family houses. It's quite interesting to see that I have found these. Because this is, of course, more of a city part, as I said earlier. And I want to show you these couple of houses, because there's a really lot of interesting. You can just see the sun just shining brightly into my camera. This is, of course, the Sosnova Ulica street there, and this is, of course, rather something interesting. And I wonder where this path will take me and lead me through. So there are just a couple of cars. This is really interesting. I wanted to show you that, and it is quite interesting for what it was and what it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna walk here. Then I want to pause this for a little bit, and then continue. Then I want to pause this a little bit, and then continue on, because I fortunately. So my plan is to record where this actually went, if I'm honest. Then I wanted to get this sort of straight, use possibly a shortcut, shortcut. I want to cut this off a little bit, and then continue. Cut this off a little bit, and then continue on walking, and then just doing the footage. So as I just walking right here and taking you with me basically through this screen right there. I wonder where this road ends possibly. So I'm not gonna go that far away. And possibly I'm just gonna take you with me, so that you can see me, and just possibly going to use that upward here. So I have undownloaded couple things because storage is really running low there, and that is quite unfortunate to be had here. While I'm walking straight, I think this is where that ends. Oops, a couple tractors. Not tractors. This is mud, and possibly you can just see dogs and people are pissing shits at me. Just like that. Now that over there is really interesting part. I'll be actually showing you this in a second episode, in a different episode, and it depends when I will be doing that. So I just want to get that recorded as much as possible. And this, of course, the behind part of the huge company that's in there. I'm not so sure if it can be really seen, because there's, of course, sun shining in my camera, in my eyes as well. And as you can see, it just goes just right up there to that hole, and it just goes from there. So I'm gonna cut this and see you back. And I'm right back in with you guys, and I'm gonna actually go over a couple of little bit of a shortcut, not the way I came in, but basically I have went over there, and actually stopped the recording overall here, just because I wanted to get the unboring part of me going away from there, going away from the back I came. I wanted to actually film that for you, so you can see how that looked like. But as I have said earlier, I've cut it out, and there we are, guys. Continuing on this recording. If it did recorded anything while I was holding this phone and going back to that point right there, you can just kind of see how that looks, and possibly it will be going differently to kind of just show you this. So this is, of course, the kindergarten that I have mentioned before, and it's a huge building. Not a huge building, but it's a huge space where they actually put this building in here. This is, of course, the back garden of that kindergarten, and actually, as you can see, it's using some metal wall, or iron wall, or steel wall, if you want to kind of get that. But that is, of course, a wall, and they have used it. So it is near this pub, as you can see, and the pub seems to be owning the playground that I had showed you before. And once I'm walking past it, you can just see that this, of course, the kindergarten I used to went in. There are, of course, some official information, the 33. Right there, and just get that better footage of it. So, 33. And there is, of course, the kindergarten. And as you can see, the kindergarten itself is of course being owned by the state, because it's not a private kindergarten. Although I have went to the official private kindergarten, private registered kindergarten, and this of course, the couple of things I wanted to show you, like this note right there. You can kind of read it if you'd known. Here is of course some stairs. Apparently this is actually being closed. So there's no possibility to go on those stairs. But you can see that I can go on those stairs because this is actually not all that hard, not all that durable. And as you can see from this top portion right there, there's of course a top inside, while you can of course also, I think, go from, this door, possibly that one over there. And I'm not so sure which one's officially called the place where you can actually go there. I cannot record the inside of it. I only can record the outside of it because that will be actually against the laws. And when this kindergarten is actually being opened, you can kind of see. I just wanted to get a close up onto the insides. But there's apparently a door. I'm not so sure if you can see, but there we go. There's the door. There are some packages. The I Love Slovakia, when that was a thing with Kaufland, the store. There's of course this that apparently is of course rusty and old. I did not do anything to that kindergarten, but it actually is old and rusty. Our herb of Petržalka, where I live, basically, I just said that. But I want you to figure it out where I live, because that was my original motive. But I have actually showed you that, and yes, here is of course the local bar, as I have mentioned, that owns this kindergarten. Not this kindergarten. This what's that called? The playground. And as you can see, this playground is actually being divided into two spots. One of them is actually owned by this bar, and the other was of course owned by not owned by this bar, but it used to be. You can see that the bar apparently seems to be closed, and yes, I went in here and despite the fact that that seems to be closed, but yeah, this right here, the bars inside, from as far as I can remember, was of course with that idea that there's of course a billiard, and there's of course there are some the slot machines. As you can see, the Hazard slot machines, and I'm going to show that right here as I go in a bit. As I just go in a bit. There is not a whole lot that I can show you this, but possibly can just be seen. Here, as you can see, there's of course the. Oh yeah, you can just see that is actually opened and TV playing around, and there are of course some typical bar sounds. Bar sounds for some barmen. There's just that. And it seems that they're playing Harry Nielsen. Harry Nielsen has been played over there. Without You, and that is a really good song by a great artist. So you can tell by that. There's of course a really kind of shitty quality of that, but I'm going to go around in here and show you like a couple things that can be seen or can be shown for you. And once again, other people. This is of course the other part where those people stepped outside, and yeah, there's that. And possibly you can kind of just see that it is really cool. It is really cool for just for you to kind of admire this. So that was of course the one of ours known to be a local bars. While this is of course called the Cappuccino Cafe. This is of course a restaurant, which has this interesting shape, and it seems to be connected into this building, and it's an area of its own. It could be for lots of different things, and possibly there is of course the inside of the building there. This is of course really cool. This is of course called the Swimmers Academia. That is for swimmers. Swimmers with the apostrophe, and there's of course and swimmers without it, like a group of swimmers, like a group of swimmers. Yeah, there is that going on. It seems to me that it's currently closed, but I have went there when I was a kid. Not to this specific one, because that is for even younger kids than I was back then. But I went to it when they had a summer camping. I used to go there, but not here. You can just see that. I think here is of course the. No. Then it's definitely on the other side, and I'm going to show you the other side. So, showing you the other side, there's a front door that goes onto this part of the building, or not, but it goes here, and apparently is of course being built in there, and that apparently is of course being moved to a first floor, not a ground floor, but a first floor. And as you can see, it just points to this direction right there, because this is of course the outer building space with a first floor. That has a first floor. So, when I'm going to end my journey, I'm going to go around the main clinic, where of course doctors tend to work, and they tend to take care of some sick people, or some people with health problems and health issues. This is of course the local clinic. Cosmetics, a store with breads, and a bunch of different things on top of it. This is of course the local clinic, which I went in a number of times, but I usually went there to see my doctor, which works there, and of course that doctor is of course a really nice person. She's of course an old person, person that is, and of course I really like her, and yeah, she's a really good doctor that can take care of some nice people. I'm not going to take and show the front, because I'm going to possibly show the front anyway, but it depends on the way. I decided to show this part because this is something really interesting about my country, um, about my city part, and this is of course something that I want to show you here, before and afterwards, so that you can kind of see how that tend to work in and just going here. I used to play here a lot, when this tends to look different. This is of course a local underground parking space, and it is just quite a really interesting. I want to take you through that, so you can actually see how that worked. This is really interesting to show you that, and I'm going to show you that up close. Not that much, but I'm going to show you that up close so you can see it. This is of course the backyard, or the back of the clinic, and you can see how old this is. This used to be actually built during the socialist regime that ended 34 years ago. And then here you've got the main garage that actually used to go here, and you can see that my voice kind of echoes because I like really the wooden texture of it. And basically, if I just walk in here, this is really kind of dangerous. I'm going to step out a bit, and I'm going to show you that as well. I'm going to show you this. This is really interesting, rather really interesting. This actually connects the garage of that, and this is of course the inside part of the garage. I don't have keys currently to lock that up and just to show you the garage of it, but possibly it can be connected with the house or not. Here's just another look to this. Look to this, and here is of course he playing Saxy that used to lay there. I actually grabbed that because it's rather interesting. And this, of course, the main walkway you tend to kind of go. So I'm going to turn myself the direction on my left, and to show you my front house. I had showed you from the back portion, but there are lots of different people playing around. When I was a kid, when I was their age, there of course is there's of course a lot of interesting things. And there's a couple people, and there's a little playground. This is rather interesting. This is of course a statue, whereas this little kid is doing things to it and just pouring and scratching at it. That. Okay. So this statue is really cool. Just put that there and just remove that is. And I'm just showing you this because this is really interesting. Really interesting. I believe this tend to be the fountain, but I may be wrong. I will show you once this fountain would be filled, would be kept with water, and there's just that. So I continue on to walk in, and this will be pretty much interesting because the to my house where I live, this will not take that much time. I originally supposed that this could be that this would have taken an hour. I was hoping to have it take per hour, but as you can see, this is of course the part where the main clinic is, and I'm going to couple places ago. There's again another local part. Another local part. I could have easily walked from the garage straight. I apologize for itching that started on myself. So it's grown. It's annoying. So, and apparently this is of course really interesting. A couple of new houses, and possibly you can just see how they didn't really expect that to coming. While I will be actually going home, this video will be actually uploaded into the YouTube along with others, and of course a new playlist will be specifically created for this series. I am not so sure how many episodes I'm planning to create in the future. For those of you who are asking, if anyone would be asking, but as far as I have went in to show you my childhood parts, and a couple of interesting things that we do have here within my house. It is rather interesting though, and basically from what I can show you here is that this is rather interesting. I'm just taking a couple of footages here. Around, and I want to point out that despite all the trouble with the filming, this is really nice, really cool, and well, I'm just going to end this off, and say a couple things before I will go and let you go. So this was a nice tour. I really personally enjoyed it, and well, we finally have reached my homeland, and where I wanted to take you through this, and of course take you indoors. So this is of course Dahlia. This is how that looks. I went pretty much that way over there, and came that way over there, which is really interesting. That I had a pretty much of a good looking square and circle of flowings and a bunch of different things. So before I show you this floor, here are of course some ladybug, which are actually, come on. These ladybugs are in a terrible place, but they are, quite unfortunately, been pairing. But come on. Oh, okay, so I'm going to take these ladybugs, which was a nice surprise. I'm gonna put them right there. I just put them right there. So that is of course it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you had a wonderful time seeing what I had showed you, what I have showed you. And it depends on whenever I decided to take myself on a walk and just show you this. But right here we're actually at my own home, and that is it, guys. That is it. What I wanted to show you on this video. Unfortunately, I went through quite a lot of trouble, and there are some in between cuts that are quite unnecessary, but due to the problem that I faced. This had to be unfortunately made into, I think, four different videos. Two of them are a couple small ones, and the two of them are actually this long. So goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And see you guys in the next episode of this, whenever I decide to do that. And possibly I would do that with a GoPro instead of my phone, because I want to get one soon. Bye bye. All right, I'm just